Hey, this is Jenny Jones, Digital Growth Hacks Club. All right, so listen, we have a couple tools here. Let me just concentrate on one tool, and I think it's the tool that no one seems to understand. I think people are afraid of it. But let me tell you what tool you must have. I don't care what tool, I don't care what tier you get. I realized today how much I needed a higher tier, right? So let me just tell you the tool, and I'm going to go through it, and I'm going to actually show it to you today. And today may be your lucky day because I'm feeling pretty lucky here. I wanted to give you some good juice here today. And you guys, those of you first time to my channel, you guys never know what I'm going to put out. You never know what I'm going to turn out. So you may want to hit the subscribe button. I do have another channel that I am going to be doing a lot more AI stuff on. So you need to keep a watch out for that. And if you've subscribed to my newsletter already, you're going to see that already. So in this link, I do have a newsletter. You definitely want to make sure you sign up for that because I got a lot of stuff happening here in 2026. All right, so let's take a look at the tool, right? And now what I will tell you is you're not going to understand this tool, but I'm going to make you understand it because I think it's more valuable than what you think. So I've been sharing with my community, right? Those who have all access pass to my community. Those who have an all access pass and you haven't chimed into the community, you're missing a lot on that. So I share a lot of stuff on there daily, almost 3 or 4 posts a day. I'm just dropping dimes, dropping juice. How do you get to your first dollar? I'm giving them best practices. I'm giving them secrets. I'm giving them juice just to help people get to their what they're trying to accomplish this year. All right, so let's take a look at this tool really quick. So it says build email workflows faster. So I think this is a little misleading. I think you really need this to build emails, period. The faster part is only a bonus once you realize how powerful it is, but it's just really to build emails more powerful. It says you can't build your app when you're stuck coding email templates and syncing user data. This is very important if you're going to do any type of vibe coding. Dreamlit AI sits on top of your PostgreSQL or SQL or Supabase database so you can set up email workflows with chat prompts. So this is more powerful than you think because the database holds the data, and I'm going to show you that. The database holds the data, but the database has a problem getting emails out because it's a whole bunch of more coding that there isn't really an easy solution for right now. So I'm going to show you how that looks. Now, let's just talk about it. I'm going to show you. I had a couple of things I got to show you. I don't want this video to be long. I have a ton of things I got to get to today. So let's take a look at it. Now, let me tell you where the true value of this tool comes into. So really it's about projects, right? Project limits. Because what you're going to find is once you figure out how powerful it is, you're going to be like, oh, I want to do another project. Now, all they had was all you can do was, I think they just had 2 tiers. I want to say they just had 2 tiers. They did. And all you can do was one project, right? And with the one project means you can do one project and that was all you can do. And what that means is if I built an app or built something lovable, built it in Greta, built it in one of the other tools that are out there, I only can have one project. Once you build your first app, you're going to want to build more. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here. So if I'm looking at this tool today, now you don't know anything about vibe coding. This is you. If you don't know anything about vibe coding, I think there's some people out there that's dabbled in it. But once you get into it, by the end of 2026, if you're running with me, if you're following any of my other channels, if you're part of my AI Academy, anything like that, you're going to want to buy, you're going to have something that's going to have multiple projects, right? And I'm going to give you an opportunity and I'm going to show you how you can get involved in my AI Academy. And I have a VIP Builders Academy where I'm showing people how to vibe code and create their own SaaS products and they can sell. So I don't know, you might end up putting something here on Appsumo. You never know. But anyway, all right. So the least I would look at is at least a tier 3. You can pull this off the shelf. If you're going to pull it off the shelf, let's say you pull it off the shelf and say, hey, I'm just going to have it for until I get ready to use it. Once you use it, you're going to say, I need more projects. I'm telling you this from experience. Now, you may not even have enough to stretch to a tier 3, but I'm telling you, you're going to want to wish you had a tier 3. The power is really at the tier 3, right? I've upgraded all the way up to a tier 5. Now, how did I do that? I had I had another contract come in this week, and I was waiting because I was going to wait until maybe February. I'm supposed to get my quarterly coupon. It was going to give me $25 off. And I says, no, I got to get this because I have more projects that I wanted to release. So instead of saving $25, I had a contract come through, and I was able to upgrade up to a tier 5. Yes, I spent $919. Well, a little bit less because I have the pro. So let me show you how this works, right? So let's take a look at it. And again, tier 3 at a minimum. If you can't, and the reason why is because you get to remove the branding, right? And then you get an AI work, you get to remove the branding, and you get higher AI agent limits. Really, the power, those two are not, I wasn't even concerned with the branding, but I appreciate the fact that they removed it here. I just was after the projects. That's what I was after. I was after the projects. Okay. So, all right. So let's take a look at it here, and let me show you what happens. Because what's going to happen is, let me just tell you what they're going to give you. They're going to send emails using natural language, chat email your users. So it's going to send emails for you. It's going to send broadcasts for you. It's going to send emails with ease. This is the most important piece here. Engage a user's base with a variety of messages, all without having to design yourself, tweak and personalize. That's not the power. The power is creating emails for your database with ease. That's the power, right? And once you get the people inside of your ecosystem, then you can use any one of your other CRMs, whether you're using VBOW, whether you're using any one of the other ones, whether you're using InCharge, anything like that, you can definitely do. And if you have I think it's an email it. If you have an email it, you can kind of pull that in as well, because it has an open API on the back end as well. All right, so enough about that. All right, so let's move to why you need this juice, right? So this is why you need this juice, right? So my challenge, I'll just show you here. My challenge is I have right now I have 8 projects, right? I have 8 projects. They only gave me access to one because I bought a tier 2 at first. So I can only do one project. So I connected to my first project, and I was like, oh my God, I need this for all of my projects. So I reached out to the founder. I said, dude, we need more projects. He's like, wait, what? And he said, everybody keeps asking about more projects. We didn't really know what people would like. I said, yeah, it was so easy. Everything connected, and it felt very, very easy. Here's what I'll say. The one part about vibe coding that's a challenge is the email. Everything else you can kind of connect up, and I'm going to show you a visual of it. The most difficult part is sending emails for new registered users, to confirm emails, to change passwords, to, all those types of emails. You want a system to do that for you. Right now, there is no system. And this is pretty much the vibe coding to me for emails and emails to your database. And I'm going to show you where that's important. So again, I had this many projects, so that's why I ended up upgrading to the highest tier, right? And I'm going to cover my costs, and I'm going to show you how, right? I've already had had another contract come in that paid for it, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to cover the cost and make a profit on it. I'm going to show that to you. So let's talk about the technical pieces first. So the technical piece of this is, if you're using a vibe coder like Greta, Lovable, any of the other ones that are out there, and again, you guys need to follow. I have a whole nother AI channel that I've launched, and I'm all into this. You guys know that. My specialty is here on the database side. I have a master's in IT, but it's a concentration in database management, SQL, all of that other stuff. I understand that like the back of my hand. So what you have is you have a vibe coder here, your Greta, your Lovable, some of the ones you've been using. What happens is once you finish a project and says, oh, okay, I want to deploy the project. I actually want people to use it. And you says, oh, okay, let me deploy it. You send it to your GitHub repository. Maybe another team member can look at it, or you may have somebody look at the code or something like that. And then from GitHub, you actually Oh no, from here you connect it to your Supabase, and he says, hey, yeah, I wanted to connect with Supabase. If people are going to log in, if they need a password or anything like that, it does connect your Supabase. But what happens is when you deploy the whole thing through your GitHub, it's going to look like this. This is exactly how it's going to look. So GitHub, we can that's just going to be the way to get everything out, right? What you're going to have and what you're concentrated with is your front end, the front end of your app. Maybe it's on a website and you want people to log in. It's a SaaS app, right? I want them to log in. I want them to pay. I want them to use PayPal. I want them to use any of the other payment processors, right? Stripe pages or anything like that. So they're going to log in here, right? And this is what they're going to see. What really is actually when you built your vibe code, you says, hey, I want to use Supabase. I want it to connect to Supabase. So you're going to create a project in Supabase. You're going to connect all that up. But Supabase, that's really it. It's going to hold the schema, the design map of your overall program here. It's going to say, all right, you want to get username, password, right? That's the reason why sometimes it's difficult for people to say, oh, I want to use the same login that I had on my demo, right? It doesn't work that way. Schemas don't work that way because each person is identified. That's your key. Your unique identifier key is the actual username, and the actual email and the password that creates a unique key identifier. So you can't really use that and then attach it to another database. It's more beyond the scope of this, but I'll go into that if you follow any of my AI academies or anything like that. So basically, let's make this very simple. You have a front end, right? This is, hey, I want a SaaS tool, right? And I want people to connect with my database here. First name, username, first name, last name, email, maybe, I don't know. But maybe it's just, let's leave it real simple, first name, email. Right, that's going to make you very unique in the database here or the Supabase. Inside the Supabase, and that's this tool here. This is a Supabase, but I have different projects within the Supabase. So within this one Supabase that I have an account with, I actually have 8 projects here, right? So 8 different SaaS products. Basically, I can get paid 8 different ways. I can have 8 projects marketing to different people. So I'm just giving you the understanding. So that's a Supabase. That's not the schema. That's just a Supabase project holder. It's holding all 8 of my projects. So I have basically 8 of these. I have 8 Supabases, all 8. Each one of them needs to have a welcome email, a password reset, or password change, anything like that. I basically need an email client that's going to talk to my Supabase and create these emails. Welcome email, reset password, change password. I need something that's easy, super easy, right? That's where Dreamlit comes in. Because Dreamlit is basically your vibe tool prompter and says, hey, connect to my project in my Supabase. I want people to get a welcome email. I want them to get a password reset email. I want them to get a confirmation email. Boom. It does all of that for you. And it's easy. It is the easiest thing that I've seen, right? It's almost easier than going into Greta or Lovable and saying, hey, create this, right? So let's talk about it. So all of your emails are going to come from here. So this right here, all of these right here are going to be your Dreamlit. All of those emails are going to come from there. Right now, if you were to build a project, vibe coder here, you connect to Supabase. The most difficult part about Supabase to me and what I found is connecting it with your email clients, making emails send out, making them connect. And it was very difficult. And it can be done. It just takes too much time and it's not as easy to do. It's easier for you to go inside Supabase, set up a project than it is for you to even send out emails. And you think emails would be easier. Emails are so difficult because it's doing a lot of work on the back end just to get one email out. So it's very difficult. Just to get one email out is one thing. to get out 3 emails or password resets or password changes, that's a whole nother level. So you don't know that you need Dreamlit until you've taken one of my courses and my AI courses and some of the vibe coding courses that I have coming out. Now, and then Netlify, that's something way different. I'll show you that a little bit later. But so this is where it sits right here. So you got your front end app, If a person says, hey, I need to log in, need a login password, right? You're going to get all that right here from the Supabase. Inside of that, that's got to be managed. The emails and all that, that's going to come from Dreamlit. Now let's go back. Let me show you some of the things that I've built and the reason why I needed to go up. So I needed to go up and I said, I want to, and this is just me, right? And I don't normally do this, but I had a client come in. I was already at a tier 3. And then I had a client come in and I ended up going up, spending another $500 and getting a tier 5 for 20 projects, right? And this is the reason why, as I close out with this, I have, this is one of the projects that I built. I could not launch it. So this is a SaaS tool tracker. You track the tools like stocks. So a lot of tools I track, I follow. I want to get the details on them. I want to know where they're at and stuff like that. So I'm going to make this available. I don't know how much I'm going to charge for this. This may be free to anyone that has access to my all access. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I may provide them with a coupon code. They can get access to this, but I built this. So these are the tools that are rising and some are falling. There are some tools that are falling that I've been following that I have. I have couple of hundred tools and I've been watching them. They haven't been doing the things that I wanted them to do. So I gave them their own J score. This is my score. It's the Jenny score. It says, hey, 5-star rating system. So I'm going to have this available. I could not launch this at first because I kept getting hung up with the emails. Now I have Dreamlit. So now this is a project I got to pick back up. I've already moved to some other projects like my AI Academy and all that, but I'll pick this project back up. But once I pick this back up, depends on what I charge for it. I don't know, maybe access to it, maybe $12 a year or something like that, just $1 a month, just something like that, that I'll keep this updated. Or I may just give this to my newsletter readers. I haven't really figured out how I want to do that, but this is a SaaS tool that I built from the ground up, right? And let me give you another one. Here's another SaaS tool that I built. This is a financial calculator. I built this for my investment side. When people come to my website, they want to do some simple calculators, pay off their debt, retirement calculator. I've created this one from scratch. Again, you need, if someone's going to log in, they're going to keep their data there. You want them to be able to log in for that. That's another app that I built. Here's another app that I built to show people and help them. What does it take to build apps, right? These are the prompts. And I give you use cases, right? I tell you I'm telling you, this is all the stuff that I'm building. And you can see, you can view the prompt. This is a prompt. You can use this, copy the prompt out, paste it in. This is the stuff that I'm building. This is another one that I have. I don't know how much I'm going to charge for this, but again, I'll make my $500 investment back if I charge people. I kind of help them out here. And I may give this out to the people who join my academy. I may do that. And then I may put an affiliate link on this if they want to share with others and so on and so forth. So I'm thinking about doing that. So that's one thing. Then here's another tool that I built. It's called Easy Peasy Reviews. I built this using a backend, using a couple of different tools in Appsumo to build this out. So I got this built out. Again, get started today. This is a SaaS tool that I built from the ground up, right? So I built that. And then here's my newest tools. This is the needle mover. This is a course that I created in Jenny Jones Digital. Those who have all access pass, they have access to this. And basically what I did here is I created something to allow people to audit their own business, to help them focus on things that move the needle in their business and not focus on the white noise. So I created this app from scratch. I created this, everything to help you stay focused, visuals, sign up for access, things of that nature. This is how it looks on the inside, right? You have a dashboard here. You can put your input data here, the settings. I have the admin here. I created 2 sides of it. The admin, so you can look at your costs per acquisition, website traffic, all of that in the needle mover course. That is free, available right now inside of the all access pass. Again, I'm giving you all the juice. I'm removing every single excuse. Anybody that's running with me, you will grow. There's other people that already know. They don't know, but there's other people that follow me. Most majority of my audience wants to learn how to grow and grow their businesses, and that's who the people I'm really trying to help. Everyone else, I'm just trying to give them some of my ideas, but those are the people I really, really want to help. So this is the back end of the needle mover, and this is available within if you take the course, if you take the needle mover course inside my academy, my all access pass, you're going to get access to this app that I built. Then I have coming next month, I have a course called the 100K Habits. That is coming out. That's going to be launching now. 100K Habits is there's things you need to do. There's things habitually you need to do every single day that will get you to 100K. I've already measured it. I've already done it. And so now what I've done is I've created a course to help you get to 100K a year. And I've created this accountability app. Not only did I create the accountability app, this is the inside of the admin side. I created it to have a leaderboard and achievements, right? I created a leaderboard here. I got achievements, the 30. These are the things you need to do. People keep wondering, how do they get to 100K? I got you right here. This is how you get there. And I created a 100K Habits app, right? And you got to track your habits here, 52-week tracker for all 52 weeks. That's how you get to 100K in 12 months. I've already created that. I've already tested it out. This is gold. So again, people, all of that came from, I saw a tool, Dreamlit showed up. Again, Dreamlit has 5 stars, 5 tacos. Everybody that's pulled it off the shelf loved it. There are some people, you've seen another tool that says, oh, I don't like it. It doesn't walk my dog. I didn't say it walked your dog. It says exactly what they do. They sit right there on top of your database. Right there on top of your database, right? They sit right there and they control, they're the traffic cop for all your emails. You got to know. And if you don't believe me, this is the hardest part of getting emails out of your database. That's very, very hard, right? But they sit right there on the top and they send out your emails for you. And they have an AI and you can put them in a workflow as well. You can have other emails as well. But that's why you need this tool. All right. So, hey, this has been Jenny Jones. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. You guys know how I am with my tools. I eat my own dog food. Some people say, oh, he didn't spend $900. Okay. I didn't spend $900. You go here, go to products. Yeah, I did. I got a tier 5. I'm telling you. So I got a tier 5 and I got a tier 7 of Flexi Funnels. Now, Flexi Funnels, I don't want to talk about Flexi Funnels in this video. It is number one for a reason. It is number one for a reason. And the people who are in my community, I've already kind of walked them through and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, it's got a lot. So I don't want to confuse you, but if you follow my community, anything like that, right? Puzzle, another one. Oh my goodness. All right. So anyway, hey, that's it. Jenny Jones here, Digital Growth Hacks Club. I'm still out here in these streets. Follow my stuff, follow my channels. I got new channels. I got AI channel. I got an AI Academy. I also have, where's it at? I'm going to put a link in the description. VIP Builders Lab, where I'm going to be teaching people how to build their SaaS tools. I'm going to be teaching AI, right? Part of my academy is going to be teaching AI, right? It's going to be teaching AI, and that's going to be for people to just complete novices. I'm going to take you all the way up through novice, right, into intermediate, right? But my advanced curriculum is going to be for VIP Builders Lab. It's going to have a community for that. It's going to be all about vibe coding, growing, showing people how to make money and all that. I will have a link for that. You can get on that VIP Builders list. I am not going to take a lot of students for this because I want to be able to work hands-on with a lot of people, and I want to be able to bounce ideas off of them. I want them to be able to share with how they're making money and different things like that. So, hey, this has been Jenny Jones. You guys know I'm out here doing it in these streets. You guys have been great. Take care. Goodbye for now.